Hey friends, my name is Jesse. Welcome to the weekly for the week of May 26th. Today we're looking at John 17, Jesus' prayer over his disciples that they would see themselves as sent people as Jesus has been sent. So our passage today came from John 17, and this is the end of Jesus' life. He's got a week before he goes to the cross, and this is a sacred moment in John 17 between Jesus and his 12, the last time that they're going to spend with each other. And in John 17, we see this powerful prayer that Jesus prays over his disciples, and there's something key and core to their identity that Jesus wants them to understand. He says that as the Father has sent Jesus into this world, that he is now sending them. And this is how Jesus wants them to see who they are and what their life will be like as a follower of Christ. And there was a number of great points around this. One of them was that Jesus prays that they would be protected and that they would be together. Those are so important, that Jesus prays protection and togetherness with the 12, but that they would also see themselves not as in this gated community, not in this container, but sent out into the world. This amazing combination that they would be set apart, different, unique from the rest of the world. Sanctified is the word that Jesus uses, set apart, and also sent out. And this is Jesus' heart. This is what Jesus wants his disciples to understand about themselves. And so the question for us, for you, for House Church is, do you see yourself as a sent person? As a person who your identity and your belonging is not in this world, but that your identity and belonging is of heaven, but that you are sent in this world to be the light of Christ. One of the ways that Josh applied this was this idea that if the church disappeared, if Grace Church disappeared from the city, if any church disappeared from the city that it was in, would the city care? Would the neighbors care? Is the church, the local church, being a blessing and really transforming and helping to serve the city that it is in? Well, Hope of Life is transforming the nation of Guatemala. If Hope of Life all of a sudden disappeared, the president of Guatemala would be sad. The nation of Guatemala would be sad. They are in powerful ways transforming, especially central Guatemala. We shared a lot of the details about how Hope of Life is doing that with St. Luke's Children's Hospital and rescuing babies and saving lives and building orphanages and schools and churches and water wells, and have adopted over 300 villages around the property, and just mind-blowing, amazing work that is happening on a scale that's hard to even comprehend until you go and see it yourself. And so the Jacobs 15 years ago felt called by God to be sent out of the United States to go serve in a Spanish-speaking country, and we didn't want to do that with babies, and now our kids are older, and so the church is sending us to go serve for 2 years with Hope of Life, and we are so excited to be used by God in the nations at Hope of Life to transform central Guatemala. But part of our hope and part of what we see ourselves is an example for Grace Church. Josh shared how not only is Grace Church sending us, but Grace Church in 2025 wants to send 75 people from our church to go and serve at Hope of Life, to get on an airplane with yourself and your family and go and be a part of it as well, that we would be a church that is sent. And so I would love for you as a house church to consider, what would that be like for you individually and for you as a house church to see yourself as sent people and to actually put these things into practice? What does that mean to be sent in the city of San Diego, serving in Tijuana across the border with Spectrum Ministries, serving in Guatemala, being a sent people? Would you pray about and consider not being a sent person, but actually putting that into practice and being one of those people in 2025? And so I want to send you into your house church to have conversations around this topic, because Grace Church, this is not going to stop. We are going to talk about this more and more and more. And so now is the time for us to pray and to consider and to chew on and wrestle with, what is this going to mean for you and for us collectively. As the Father has sent Jesus, that Jesus is now sending us.